always go away eventually. I think I'll live here. Stay like this forever. Pick away at the bench until it's a pile of splinters on the sidewalk. Forget what it feels like to care about anyone. A bus rolls up, but I wave it past. A few minutes later, 2 little girls peer at me from the back seat of a blue car. One is blonde and fair, one is brunette, darker. Colored barrettes decorate their hair. It isn't impossible that they're sisters, but it's unlikely. Their heads tilt to see me better. They stare hard. When the light changes to green, they reach their small hands out the rolled-down window and wave so hard and fast that it looks like birds have bloomed from their wrists. Sometime later, my dad pulls up. He leans to the passenger side and pushes the door open. The smell of leather. Thin, cold, air-conditioned air. I climb in. Let him take me home. I sleep through the next day. Each time I go to the bathroom, I try not to look in the mirror. Once, I catch my reflection. It looks like I've been punched in both eyes. I can't talk about the day that follows that. We wind up Highway 1 at a crawl because Dad is a cautious driver and he's terrified of heights. Below us to one side are rocks and ocean. To the other, dense trees and signs welcoming us to towns with populations of 84. Mom has brought her entire classical CD collection, and now we're on Beethoven. It's for Elise, which she always plays on her piano. Fingers dance softly across her lap. On the outskirts of a small town, we pull off the road to eat lunch. We sit on an old quilt. Mom and Dad look at me and I look at the worn fabric, the hand-sewn stitches. "There are things you should know," Mom says. I listen for the cars passing by, and the waves, and the crinkling of paper sandwich wrappers. Still, some of their words make it through. Clinically depressed, medication, since she was 9 years old. The ocean is far below us, but the waves crash so loudly, sound close enough to drown us. "Caitlin?" Dad says. Mom touches my knee. "Sweetheart," she asks, "are you listening?" At night, we stay in a cabin with bunk beds and walls made of tree trunks split open. I brush my teeth with my back to the mirror, climb up the ladder to the top bunk, and pretend to fall asleep. My parents creak through the cabin, turning on and off the faucet, flushing the toilet, unzipping their duffel bags. I pull my legs to my chest, try to inhabit as little space as possible. The room goes dark. I open my eyes to the tree trunk wall. Once I learned that trees grow from the inside out, a circle of wood for each year. I count them with my fingers. "This will be good for her," Dad says softly. "I hope so. At least it will get her away from home. It's quiet here." Mom whispers, "She's hardly spoken for days." I hold still and stop counting. I wait to hear more, but minutes pass, and then the whistle of Dad's snore begins, followed by Mom's even breaths. My hands lose track of the years. It's too dark to start over. At 3 or 4 in the morning, I jolt awake. I fix my eyes to constellations that have been painted on the ceiling. I try not to blink for too long because when I do, I see Ingrid's face, eyes shut and lips still. I mouth biology facts to keep my head clear. There are 2 stages of meiosis, and then 4 daughter cells are produced. I whisper, almost silently, careful not to wake my parents up. Each of the daughter cells has half the chromosomes of the parent cells. Outside, a car passes. Light sweeps over the ceiling, across the stars. I repeat the facts until all the words cram together. 2 stages of meiosis, and then 4 daughter cells are produced. Each of the daughter cells has half the chromosomes of the parent cells. 2 stages of meiosis. Pretty soon I start to smile. It sounds funnier and funnier each time I say it. And then I have to grab my pillow and bury my face so my parents don't wake to the sound of me laughing myself to sleep. On a hot morning in July, Dad rents a car because he has to go back to work. But Mom and I stay in Northern California like it's the only place we've heard of. I sit in front and now